After Jesus died on the cross, his friends placed his body in a tomb cut into rock. A big stone was rolled in front and soldiers guarded it. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. My time machine just landed on a quiet morning. The air is cool, the birds are waking up, and Mary's heart is heavy. She thinks Jesus is still inside that tomb. There was a violent earthquake. An angel of the Lord came down from heaven, rolled back the stone, and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid that they shook and fell down like dead men. The angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, he has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead." The women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples. The tomb is empty, not because someone took Jesus away, but because he walked out alive. Mary came to say goodbye, but instead she gets the greatest surprise ever. In John's Gospel, Mary stayed outside the tomb crying. She looked in and saw two angels in white. "Angels, woman, why are you crying?" Mary, "They have taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they have put him." Jesus, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?" Mary, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus, Mary, Rabboni, which means teacher. He says her name, and suddenly she knows. It's Jesus. The same Lord who died on the cross is now standing in front of her, alive. Jesus, "Go to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news. "I have seen the Lord." Mary becomes the first messenger of the resurrection. She runs to the disciples not with bad news, but with the happiest words in history. "I have seen the Lord." That same day, the disciples were together in a room with the doors locked because they were afraid of the Jewish leaders. The room feels scared and confused. Mary says she saw Jesus, but it's hard for them to believe. The doors are shut tight. "Jesus, peace be with you." They were startled and frightened, thinking they saw a ghost. "Jesus, why are you troubled, and why do doubts rise in your minds? Look at my hands and my feet. It is I myself. Touch me and see." A ghost does not have flesh and bones, as you see I have. In Luke, he even asked for a piece of fish and ate it in front of them to show he was really alive. The same hands that were nailed to the cross are now reaching out in peace. Jesus doesn't come to scold them. He comes to calm their fears and give them joy. The disciples were overjoyed when they saw the Lord. Jesus, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." Thomas, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus first appeared. The other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But Thomas had doubts. "Thomas, unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." Some people call him Doubting Thomas, but he's a lot like us. He wants to be sure. He wants to see for himself. A week later, the disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them. "Peace be with you." Jesus, "Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas looked at Jesus' scars, touched his wounds, and his doubt turned into worship. Thomas, "My Lord and my God." Thomas finally sees the truth. Jesus isn't just a good teacher. He is truly the Lord and truly God, risen from the dead. Jesus, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." That blessing is for you and me. We haven't seen Jesus with our eyes, but when we believe in him, he calls us blessed. Kids, the empty tomb, Mary's joy, the disciples' surprise, and Thomas's doubts all lead to one big truth. Jesus really rose from the dead. Because he is alive, we can have hope, even when life is hard. Jesus gave us two powerful promises that fit the resurrection story perfectly. Flashcard 1, John 16:33. "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Jesus never promised that life would be easy. He said we will have trouble, sad days, scary moments, and confusing times. The disciples felt that when Jesus died. Mary felt it at the tomb. Thomas felt it when he doubted. But then Jesus rose again. When he says, "I have overcome the world," he means that he is stronger than sin, stronger than death, and stronger than anything that scares us. Because he is alive, we can have peace in our hearts, even when the world feels stormy. Then Jesus told him, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Thomas believed because he saw Jesus with his own eyes and touched his scars. Jesus was kind to him and met him right in his doubts. But Jesus also talked about you. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. We can't step into a time machine and stand in that room, but we can read the Bible, hear the stories, and trust that they are true. When we put our faith in the risen Jesus, he calls us blessed. So remember, Mary found an empty tomb because Jesus is alive. Jesus called her by name and turned her tears into joy. He brought peace to his scared disciples and patience to doubting Thomas. In this world we will have trouble, but Jesus has overcome the world. Even if we haven't seen him with our eyes, we are blessed when we believe. If you ever feel afraid, lonely, or unsure, you can remember the empty tomb and these promises. Talk to Jesus. He is not dead. He is alive. He hears you, and he loves you. Bible Time Traveler, signing off. Matthew 28, Luke 24, John 20. Jesus is risen, and we are blessed.